Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition and what may well be the final episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Although I've guessed things like that before and often been wrong. But we are currently working our way through Trespasser. We are in the Darvarard, there we go. And we are tracking down, well, trying to figure out a way to stop this Dragon's Breath Guy Fawkes-esque attempt to blow up the Winter Palace, essentially. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, hey guys. Okay. Hi. Let me just do this. Huh. Oh, he's got me. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Oh, that's nice of it actually. What it did, it used the cooldown, but it didn't activate. Fantastic. Absolutely perfect. No notes. There we go. That's more like it. That's what I wanted to do in the first place. So it's weird for me. I feel like at the start of the video I should be talking lots, but I'm recording this basically straight away after the last video, so for me it's been about 5 seconds. So it doesn't really feel like a new video, it just feels like a continuation of the old video. But hey ho. Journal notes found in the barracks. There are several entries in this journal, some in Kunlat, some in common, as if the writer was practicing their language skills. The last page reads, "Sent to palace again, moving things along. Bash Shems never notice who comes or goes. When the dragon's breath comes, they won't know what hit..." I hiccuped at the end. Written instructions for new workers. Okay. The Dragon's Breath must continue regardless of concerns at the Winter Palace. Many are new to the Coon and have not yet learned to trust. Your worry is understandable. The rest of the world has betrayed you. All who have been to the Darvarard know the difficulty of maintaining the specimen for extraction for as long as we have. If we delayed Dragon's Breath, we would have to dispose of the specimen. The specimen? Creating Gatlock is normally a slow process requiring much mining and careful alchemy. Venom extraction offers the only means to deliver the Dragon's Breath quickly and in large quantities. To delay Dragon's Breath is to lose any chance of bringing peace to the south without needless suffering. That's very typical terrorism rhetoric, really. Rhetoric. Just, yes, we're going to kill lots of innocent people, but we're doing it for a good... It's, you know, it's a small price to pay to save them. And it's also liberator rhetoric. Rhetoric. The Coon demands we save the workers of the South from a bloody war and deliver them... It's a war because you're making it a war. Deliver them into our teaching before corruption further overtakes the land. Others have voiced concern over the specimen. Is this a dragon? The Coon does not demand cruelty to any living being, but all creatures have a place and a duty under the Coon. The specimen serves as it must. When Dragon's Breath is complete, it will be extinguished quickly and painlessly, as when we slaughter animals for food. Allow your superiors to deal with the agents of Fenharel and remember your role in service to the Coon. I mean, they called it Dragon's Breath, so is the specimen a dragon? Core-based abilities. Cool. Cool. I wonder if that's for the door that was upstairs that I just saw. Or was that door? This door. Oh, big boy. The wearer of this amulet suffers no physical effects in combat. Does that mean what it sounds like it means? Dorian, move. Does that mean you can't be like stunned or slept or knocked down? Or does it mean you literally take no physical damage? Because that's kind of bonkers, isn't it? If that's the case. That seems kind of bonkers if that's the case. Oh, hey guys. Tell you what, I don't know if they were explosives. The damage isn't that bad. These are weak boys. I'm curious about that. I'm very curious about that. I mean, I guess we've got so many Sarabas around that we just get maged anyway, and it wouldn't really matter.
That sounded bad. Hold on a little longer.
I'm trying. A letter with an Inquisition seal sits half-buried in a pile of memos. To the Honourable Salazari, Triumvirate of the Kun, on behalf of the Inquisition, I must humbly inquire as to the hostile actions of your agents in Halam Shiral. The Iron Bull has consulted his immediate superiors and contacts within the Ben Hasraf to no avail. It was our understanding that the Inquisition and the Qunari nation were allies. Why then are our people being attacked by Ben Hasraf agents, and why have we found Qunari Gatlock hidden around the Exalted Council? If your illustrious personages can offer an explanation, we would be glad to hear it. If not, we must consider these acts of war. That's from Josephine. Several incomprehensible mentions in Kunla after. A letter written in common and elegant script has been torn open and crumpled into a ball. The writing is legible. To Ambassador Josephine Montilier of the Inquisition, the Salazari have no knowledge of any operations occurring in Halam Shiral and are investigating your claims of Gatlock being used in the south. We regret that we were unable to divulge any information regarding current Ben Hasraf activities at this time. Ben Hasraf is like the secret service, basically, of the Kun, by the way. But we hasten to assure you that our partnership with the Inquisition is one we value highly. I'm not so sure that's true. That does not feel like the case. This document appears to be written in Kunlat, but contains a number of complicated diagrams, including detailed blueprints of Halam Shiral and a number of other palaces and fortresses.
The Qunari text is gibberish, but it looks a great deal like they're cataloguing artifacts. How many ruins must they have found to produce so much? What are they doing with it?
Morrigan said the key to an alluvian could be anything, including knowledge or power. So they're stockpiling both. That's how they got the keystone and opened so many of the alluvians we've seen.
So they could also have other artifacts, magical traps, or elven weapons.
I had to wait. I feel this door's going to be dramatic. I was correct.
Dragon's breath is an actual dragon?
Tethar! Bars!
Inquisition! Nira Tasiasara! Nirava Sadim Kata!
Oh.
Hisrad, we need you! Videk Katas!
Good call leaving me behind. The Vidasala asked me to lend a hand, though. Nothing personal. Boss.
Bull? What? Why? No! What do you mean nothing personal? This is very personal. You know, this is because I didn't do his goddamn companion quest. Guarantee if I'd done it, this wouldn't be happening. He'd be resisting. Iron Bull, no! I mean, I'm glad I didn't give you stronger gear. I hope he's not dead. Did he just die? I hope he's not dead. What's going on? No! I couldn't seem to get his friendship level up. I just couldn't seem to do it. I mean, I know we didn't take him with us very often. But I'm not sure how much that matters. I kept chatting to him and just everyone else's went. It's like we didn't take loads of them with us, but we could get their friendship up. I guess I just made decisions that Iron Bull disagreed. Run! Didn't run in time. Run away! I can't really get away from that. Like, he starts to jump and my camera moves up with him and then he's on me, you know?
So, the Iron Bull. Trust a Qunari and see where it gets you.
He was honest with you from the start. I'll give him that much.
He's a better liar than I gave him credit for.
Bishanta Kafas.
Oh, come on. Let's move.
I'm a little staggered. That's a proper... We've never really had to deal with betrayals like this, you know? Portion this in Kunlat with what might be formulas in an unfamiliar number system. One section has been translated for Vidavari workers in the factory, then circles repeatedly underlined with arrows drawn around it by someone who's clearly very insistent it be read. For primers, combine no more than 1 part Atashi venom with an equal amount of Deathroot Auxin and 3 parts powdered silverite. Adding more venom will dissolve the casing on the primers here in the factory and will fill the room with deadly gas. Whoever keeps getting the formula wrong needs to see me immediately. You have a great many primers to make on a tight schedule and cannot afford any more delays due to mistakes. I'm not going to get over this anytime soon. Like, it would be a lot worse if he was in my party. If he was a party member who we've been taking with us throughout the game and then he betrayed me like this. Oh boy! Imagine if this was, I don't know, Dorian or Varric or someone. I'd be losing my mind. Thank you, camera. I don't know what you're doing, but thank you. Very helpful, yeah. Duck. It's very Dothraki, it really is. Oh, should have blown him up actually in retrospect. I mean, Bull's dead, you know. I think he's just straight up dead. The first half of this logbook appears to be notes on the care and feeding of animals in a Free Marcher's Lord manner. After that, it shifts into practice phrases in Kula. For later, it begins with the following. Beast presents chafing around limbs and tail, likely from attempts to use chains. While its natural strength remains, muscles are slack from confinement. Tarda Thruss said she initially tried drugging the beast, but the amount required to keep it sedated changed the quality of the venom so that it was no longer useful in producing Godlock. She says fire has kept it under control, while the heated panels keep it in a state of comfortable drowsiness. Tardafras is not as good at deception as she thinks she is. She does not like what we are doing to the beast. She calls it Atashi, which means something like great thing, and she repeats sayings from the Khun to herself when she extracts the venom. I do not disagree with her. I saw enough harm done to innocent beasts at my lord's sneering commands. The beast, the Atashi, deserves better than the pry bars and needles we use upon it each time we drain its venom gland. Tarda Thrust says I may be needed at the Winter Palace. Likely that some view elves with suspicion thanks to these attacks by the agent of Fenharel, but a human woman may still pass unnoticed among the servants. So the animal handler is a human woman. Wait, like the woman... Did I let that woman go? I did. She says I may be asked to deliver more Gotlock in different containers. She says it could be dangerous, and if I do not return, most will assume I'm dead. As I said, Tarda Thrust is not as good as deception as she thinks she is, but she is right. I did not join the Khun for this. I don't think anyone joined the Khun for this. Kill the dragon or free... I'm going to free the dragon. We're going to free the dragon.
It's too dangerous. We can't let the Canary keep it.
This dragon's in bad shape. Seems like kicking a wounded puppy. You know, the giant fire-breathing kind.
Let's fight it good somehow. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna free the dragon. It's gonna be okay, buddy. It's gonna be okay. Okay, well this rotates all three.
Stuck on something.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know if I'm doing anything correct, but I'm just going to do what I'm doing. We'll see if something happens. I can't kill the dragon. The poor thing...
Let you cut down the Atashi.
I'm not trying to cut down the Atashi. I'm trying to save it. I think.
Barriers are set. Now we just need to open the gate.
Okay, sure.
Atashi,
Oh, right, yes. I think I'm using the fire to push it in the right direction, right? That's the idea. Okay. It's gonna be okay, bud. It's gonna be okay. What's going on here? Leave me alone.
You've got it. It's opening.
Free the dragon! I don't know if I'm doing this correctly, but I'm gonna try. It isn't the dragon's fault, you know?
Hishara.
Oh, right, there's another one. Yeah, there is. Ooh. Isn't that gonna shut it? Nope. Okay. Be free, Atashi!
Hashara! Dear Inquisitor, you have such little time left. You must finally see the truth. Elven magic already tore the sky apart. If the agents of Fen-Harel are not stopped, you will shatter the world as well.
The Inquisition has nothing to do with these agents.
Come, Inquisitor. I am the eyes and ears of the Qunari people. Do you think you can deceive me? You would have died from the mark on your hand, but for the help of one of their chief agents. The same agent who helped seal the breach, who led you to Skyhold, who gave Corypheus the orb, then founded the Inquisition. Solus, agent of Fen-Harel.
Damn it, Chuckles. What have you done?
Solus wanted that orb. If the agents of Fen-Harel gave it to Corypheus, he couldn't be one.
Or perhaps he was tasked with removing the evidence of his group's interference. Solus tricked us all. He pushed a dying Qunari into the Winter Palace to lure you into opposing us. Without him, we could have brought the South peace and wisdom along the gentle path. Now we must take the way of blades. Panahadan, Inquisitor. If it is any consolation, Solus will not outlive you.
Whatever else, Solus was one of us. I won't leave him for Vidasala.
I'm guessing the Solus Fen-Harel thing must have been a cutscene that the Inquisitor wasn't. Like I said, I just can't remember how the game ended. So I'm assuming it was something that they weren't privy to, but that we saw as players. Oh, of course, because he left, didn't he? So it must have been something we saw after he was gone. Alright, that makes sense. I'm not being gaslit. But you can't frame it as like a big
The Vidasala can't be far.
drop, you know? Ooh, this is cool. Mama Ray Solus.
There, up ahead.
See, they say he lured us. He dropped the Qunari in to sort of lure us in to make us fight them. What if it was more like the anchor now builds up power even faster? Using it is difficult, but discharges all focus. If the focus reaches full power, the anchor discharges uncontrollably, damaging everyone. It's falling apart, isn't it?
We've got to stop this before it kills.
Look at it on the top right, it's going
Assuming we
mental.
find him, maybe Chuckles
It really is.
Chuckles, who apparently works for Fen-Harel. It's always the quiet ones.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
That must be where Solus is.
I'm on my way, Chuckles. Stop spinning, man. How are you moving around when I'm in slow motion? It's so irritating. Boom! Genuinely just got one shot.
There's the big Sarabas who's always with the Vidasala.
Cerebus, Rathrol, Shukra!
5,000 damage in an AoE. It's not terrible. I think it's building up my ultimate as well. I think my... Oh, whoa. Ow. I think I didn't realize this, but the thing uses the same focus as my ultimate does. It should mean, in theory, I can pop many, many ultimates during this fight, right? Yeah. Because I had 0, and I just got a full one in that time. Come here. That was really not a good use of my poison. I'm just keeping an eye on it, so I just used an ult. I didn't have anything left. I basically just got to 1. Yeah, I've got 1 again already. So I can kind of just... Oh, it's on cooldown now. I didn't realise that's such a big cooldown. Ow. But I've got 1. If I use this... Yeah, it drains it. Interesting. I'm learning, folks. I'm learning. Am I going up this way? Protect me, Wolfie. Very slowly. Very slowly on my way. Oh, hello, this looks promising. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Kamehame bloody ha! Boom! That was rubbish. Why didn't anything explode? What? I was excited about that. Nothing happened. That was gonna be great, and then nothing happened at all. How disappointing. I just can't not die, man. I just can't not die constantly. It's mad. It's like Blackwall is the only one who doesn't get eviscerated by everything. It's not bad damage. I mean, like, as long as Blackwall is in front, I think I hold too much aggro. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's not possible for me to go in and hit as hard as I do, and for Blackwall to then chill. Like, it's not possible for Blackwall to get aggro from me because I'm just hitting for 15k sometimes. You know, what's Blackwall meant to do? I've played enough World of Warcraft to know about tank gaining over tanks and stuff like that. Sunder, sunder, sunder. Sunder 3 times. That's the rule. At least it happened that time. So I mean, they're all on me right now. All of them. I just can't. I'm not doing anything. I swear I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm in melee because I'm a melee character, and I can't be in melee because I die. It's a very confusing world for me. Maybe I needed to build tankier somehow. Like, all my gear is based around damage. You know, it's all focused on damage stats. I could have built more health, for sure. I could definitely have built more constitution and more defense and stuff. But that sounds boring. You know? And isn't that the most important thing, really? Having a good time. Seeing big fancy numbers, that's the dream. Maybe, I mean, part of the problem might just be that I've leveled up too much, in a way. Like, Blackwall and everyone has, for fuck's sake, has all these abilities, you know? So they don't prioritize maybe the defensive abilities as much as they possibly would, typically. Or the taunt abilities, you know? The aggro abilities. Maybe. I don't know at this point. But we're nearly there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Hell, man. Just constantly trying to get any little bit of health I can find. Supply cache right before a teleportation device. That definitely suggests incoming fight. Shrine to the Dreadwolf. Cool.
The big guy's headed our way.
Okay. Boom! Right, I want to go get the guys up there first. Before we focus. What the hell is this? Oh no, it's that guy. I remember getting whomped by that attack in Dragon Age 2. The lightning balls came in and destroyed me. I remember. Nearly there. Nearly there. Oh, no. Come on. Nah, can't move. Just makes sense to take these guys out first, surely.
More coming.
Why? Doesn't make sense to kill those guys first if other enemies continue to appear, however. Did a baby ultimate. Alright, let's take him down. I go in here, yeah. Stop, 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 stop. At least he's clearly attacking Blackwall. Oh, no, there it is. I told you, man. That lightning ball attack is brutal in the old game and it's brutal now. Oh. Cheers, Dorian. Dorian! If I didn't get the opportunity to heal up, then I'm just going to die from general AoE damage. Which is exactly what happened. Oh, the timing is so bad. The timing is so bad. Him with his goddamn Superman moves. What's going on here? Oh, that's pretty good actually. Took off half his barrier in one hit. We're getting there. Just stay inside him, it'll be fine. What could go wrong? I feel like I can't get out of him though. I just live inside his body now. Off he pops.
It seems the Cerebas is no longer following orders.
Just infused with lyrium.
Barabbas! Barabbas! You will not leave here, Inquisitor. Antam! Ibrasha Gadim!
I've murdered so many Kunari in this DLC, man. It is interesting because they really were not part of the main game. They really just weren't a factor at all. I think there's someone behind me trying to. Yep, there we go. Dorian, buddy, old pal. See what I mean? Though, like I'm thinking, Varric dies quite a bit, but right now no one's attacking Varric. As I go in, I get absolutely obliterated. I'm suffering from success. Where's Dorian? Stuck, he wasn't. Yeah, there we go. He got stuck around the corner. Alright, I need to do this. Ow. Oh, for God's sake. Like, I don't feel you should be able to die when you're being resurrected as well. Like, I literally didn't have enough time to cast a single ability before I was dead. Does that not seem silly? That seems silly to me. Let's try again. I like the little angel wings I got though. Feel very pretty. Stop turning around! Man, time has stopped! Oh my god! It's so annoying! Time has stopped. You can't turn around and face me, yo. Who needs me anyway? I might do most of the damage, but Varric hits pretty hard. I mean, it's all relative, isn't it? Up your pop, Evelyn. Ridiculous. Oh, I need to clear a bit of this energy out. I'm gonna pop otherwise. Come over here. Just waiting for it to come back. Come on, come on, come on, cool down. Any minute now. There we go. Thank you guys. Exactly where I wanted you to be. Alright, never mind then. You're not baiting me around that corner, let me tell you right now. Aye, aye, aye. I know I refuse to use potions, which is probably not helping my case. But it just, I have a good heal. It just makes more sense to preserve the potions. For something spookier to happen. I need Blackwall to go in there first. I'm not going in there first. I'm going to get obliterated. Even my ultimate. Look how little damage my ult just did because he was on the floor. Literally because he was on the floor, that's why. Oh, I'm dead again. So I'm gonna go nip up here. Not you. Don't want you. Don't want you. You're the one I wanted. Finally got some HP back. Goddamn coon. Come here. Come here. It is pretty satisfying. I'll give it that much. It's quite satisfying to do. Where are they all? We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Oh, bloody Nora. One of them ran down here. I think it was a big boy. You a big boy? I'm a moderately big boy. Not the biggest boy, not the smallest boy. What is this?
One of these blasted mirrors has to lead out of here.
Oh, right. I mean, I did assume it was probably that one. But good that we can try over. Let me just go try this one, because that's screaming correct way to go, given it was right in front of us and that's where all the enemies came from. What a coincidence. Why are the others even there? That seems very weird to me. Alright, full heal on everyone.
Inquisitor, your soul is dust.
Incorrect. Thank you for playing. He's gone crazy. Am I not flanking? Oh, it's just a tank. Never mind. It seems to me, generally speaking, big enemies like this are easier to kill than it's many little enemies I struggle with. I think little archers do more damage than most dragons and giant enemies, unironically. This guy isn't doing nearly as much damage as an archer would do if the archer was allowed to hit me. He's sort of a lot tankier, but... I'm trying to make sure I save a little bit of ultimate, so I've got it for the... Assumably, we're going to have one more fight after this with the big lass, so... Will you just stop doing this? Nope, they're all here now. Okay. As per usual, just trying to get this guy below 50% so we can do our thing. Getting there. And now we have to wait. Oh, it's oh, demons. Okay. Right, let's get these wraiths sorted. Just waiting for my fire one to come back. It's up. Oh, that's not what I was waiting for. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Come here. Why attack? Why attack? Why attack? Why attack? Nope, get behind him. Why attack? Stop turning to face me. You're ruining everything. I did no damage from my beloved white. My character just keeps running in front of the guy for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Help me out here, Varric. Where's my corpse? I'm miles away. I just flung around. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you for that, Dorian. Never mind healing the Inquisitor. Heal Varric. That's fine. Music's great. Oh, music's really good, though. Very dramatic. Oh, Blackwall's... Oh, we're actually in the spot above here. I didn't realize Blackwall was dead. Oh, no. Interesting. You got this, Varric. You got this, buddy. Okay, that's one back. Surprisingly, honestly. Didn't expect that to happen, but hey-ho. Thank God for this little form that we have. Wow. Okay, I think I prioritized the big guy too much when the other enemies came in.
Time to finish this.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I didn't save before it.
Inquisitor, your soul is dust.
Yeah. Alright, let's try that again. Make sure we're killing the demons and stuff. I've got to say, Trespasser is definitely the harder of the DLCs, because we've had a few... Like, I expect to die all the time just because of how my character is. You know, we've kind of talked about this plenty. But we've had wipes. We've had, like, full reset wipes, which is not something that happened very often at all in the main game. This guy is a tank! Absolute monster of a tank. I'm trying to build up all 3 levels of my ultimate. Dum. Really, I just want to listen to music a bit more. Alright, there's enemies in. Let's go focus the other enemies. I've got to get out of this, I think. Run! Numpties. Dun. Music's so good. Unironically. Oh, alright. It's my tier 3 ultimate. Completely wasted because I got knocked over instantly and I'm nearly dead now. What a disastrous couple. That was a tier 3 ultimate and I got nothing from it. I'm actually going to heal. Just in case. I'm a little bit... Oh my god, what? Ah! I'm actually really irritated by that. What the heck, man? I started it and then I got knocked over or something, somehow. My boy's got me. Oh, I'm dead again. Hope you pop me. Get some health back, and then let's go take care of these demons. Last time, there's just too many of them in the background. We got flooded with demons, and not in a sexy way. I'm just gonna... I don't know how loud the music is for you folks. It's quite quiet to me compared to the games. I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit. It's really good. It feels like it didn't really make a difference. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like it did very literally nothing. Oh, there we go. Everyone's a bit low, aren't they? But that is all the little enemies dead. Oh. I think that was me not getting it in time, so it kind of kicked off a little bit. Yeah, it was. Right, wait for him to come down. I didn't mean to do that, really. Try to heal a little bit if possible. I need my wide to come back. I need my fire. And then go. Deeps, 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 deeps. More deeps, more deeps. That's decent deeps. Tell you what, when we finally, I was gonna say when we finally get our big Y attack in at the end, we should hit for thousands. But I think the guy's got like, I don't know if he's got just armor or something, but he's got something that is meaning that I'm not really doing any damage. I think even my Y attack is not gonna hit that hard. Oh, god damn, man. I just die at those inopportune moments every time. God, this guy's a monster. I was hoping Dorian would get me, but it's okay. One more set of demons, probably. Guess we'll take out the prior demon. Pop an ult, actually. Is he dead? I think he died while I was doing other things. What the hell just happened? Okay. That was anticlimactic. I'm not sure what just happened. My party just stopped. They disappeared. I feel like I've missed a cutscene. That's a hell of a fight, that.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Qunari to trouble me no further.
Solus.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
The Qunari answered some of those questions. The information I found while traveling through the Alluvians answered more. You're Fen'Harel. You're The Dreadwolf.
You have grown clever since I left. I was soulless first. Fen'Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The Dread Wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
No one ever calls me Evelyn.
The Dalish legends about the evil trickster god are wrong. I saw the truth in the crossroads.
You saw another story, written in desperation to give me more credit than I ever deserved.
You were a hero, Solus.
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen'Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evenuris are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evenuris would have destroyed the entire world.
You said that the Elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. Crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evenuris.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evenuris down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the Elven people, even if it means this world must die.
No, let's not. No, come on, we were we were in a good place a second ago, Solus. You're kind of ruining it now.
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You will survive this day, Inquisitor. And though I owed you an explanation, I will not give you tools to use against me. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this. But the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition, your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of Fen'Harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
You gave your orb to Corypheus?
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
What would have happened if Corypheus had died, and you'd recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
I never thought of you as someone who would do that, Solus.
Thank you. You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade, It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
The fault is hardly yours. The veil was my creation. Another of my countless mistakes.
For whatever it's worth, thanks for the castle.
Enjoy it while you can, Inquisitor. It was mine once.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes. Ultimately, none but I could have borne the mark and lived. Your death would cause more senseless chaos, more bloodshed. It is unnecessary. Though I doubt you will thank me. Live well, while time remains.
Huh. Okay.
Something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, none of us would be here to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
Okay, right. Well, we have options. Okay, so Solus has kind of been planning everything. Everything that's happened has been at his whims, all in his efforts to burn this world and restore it to the world of the elves. Which, assumably, by tearing down the veil and restoring the elves' connection to the Fade, he thinks he can bring the elves back as a force. And it's not like his people don't exist, but the world is very much dominated by humans, it must be said, and Canary in the north. There's very little areas where the elves feel in charge, you know, they're just vagabonds and camps and yada yada. So, yeah, fair enough. All kind of makes sense in my head. I don't think there's anything I need explaining. It's kind of sad in a way, because you can see why Solus is doing what he's doing, but him doing what he's doing means the destruction of the planet. It's very Thanos in a way. Okay, so what are our options here? So the left is the Inquisition will serve Divine Victoria. Efforts will be stronger but risk corruption. I wonder, because I know for a fact that nothing we do here matters in the next game. Like, there's one of the big complaints people have had with Veilguard, that these choices don't lead to anything in Veilguard. It's one of the major criticisms. But reading this, it feels like it was probably meant to. Because efforts against Solus will be stronger, efforts against Solus will be weaker, but more secure. Okay, we serve the Divine, not you. I don't like that idea. We will keep the peace. I mean, these are all serving the Divine. We'll solve this ourselves. Is the suggestion there that the Inquisition will disband, but our group will stay together? So we won't have an army anymore. It's not that. Right, let me go through this. It's not this one, because I don't care about serving the Divine. In that being the thing. I also don't like we need more oversight because that's stupid. Our work is done, it's not. The Inquisition needs to end, that's stupid as well. It's either this one or this one. I'm tempted to go top right, honestly. Okay, I've been sat staring at my screen for about 10 minutes. I'm going... I think we'll solve this ourselves is the way to go. I don't like the idea of the Inquisition... I trust Divine Victoria, of course, it's Cassandra, but at the end of the day, I don't like the Inquisition, the idea of it serving a larger organization, out of my hands.
You all know what this is? A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. It wasn't a formally authorized treaty that saved Ferelden's people. It wasn't careful diplomacy that ended your inane civil war. It was never about the organization. It was about people doing what was necessary. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a world to save. Again. Effective immediately, the Inquisition is disbanded.
That was kind of baller. Have I lost my hand, by the way? I didn't realize that's what happened. In short order, the Inquisition was disbanded. Some were relieved to see the unpredictable organization dismantled. Others preferred to remember the Inquisition's good works and the many lives it had saved. It'd be nice if I could skip forward these. Those who had served returned to their former lives, knowing they had stopped a great evil from destroying the world. ... Pause, and hoping that the peace for which they had fought remained once the Inquisition was gone. Pause for dramatic effect. Continues to pause for dramatic effect. With the dragon's breath disrupted and any hope of a swift victory dashed, the Qunari retreated back to the north. It's better for it to be too slow than too fast, I suppose. Few knew what debates were raged in Parvalon, but not long after the Exalted Council, the Qunari launched new attacks against Tevinter. And now, anti-magic crusade. Their aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Tevinter was soon mired in a war many feared could spread across Thedas. I've suddenly forgotten how to speak during this section. Cassandra continued her reign as Divine Victoria, working to ensure the Inquisition's disbanding did not allow new enemies to rise. I hope we get to hear about what everyone's doing. It's always my favourite part. Her efforts were successful, and for a time, Southern Thedas saw peace. She just needs to take the silly hat off. I think the problem they've got here, Cassandra also spent time in the Hunterhorn Mountains north of Orlais, where she worked to rebuild the Seekers. They've left the same amount of time for all the text. It's not based on how long the text is, I don't believe. For a time, the new Seekers remained reclusive, showing no interest in worldly affairs and working to a purpose few outside their order could guess. Interesting. Sweaty Cassandra. Vivienne was the elected Grand Enchanter of the Circle of Magi, but her inauguration was not as triumphant as she had hoped. Okay, so it's worked out well for Cassandra. Maybe not for Viv. Those veteran mages of the Inquisition who did not return to the fold formed a new College of Enchanters as a rival organisation to her circle. Interesting. The two institutions settled into an uneasy existence across the south, vying for power. Leliana continued to act as the Inquisition's spy master in its final months as an independent organization. During this time, she shared many of her responsibilities with her most trusted agents, including Charter, Rector, and Harding. My beloved. Harding, of course, will be a full-on companion in Veilguard. Many believed Leliana feared what lay on the horizon was grooming successors in anticipation of the challenges ahead. It's interesting, I've not been vibing with Dragon Age for a little bit. I've been taking little breaks and stuff like that, but now I really want to play Veilguard. I'm ready to jump right in. Leliana continued her romantic affair with the hero of Ferelden, even though their respective responsibilities often kept the two women apart. Ah, I'm glad. That's nice, actually. They've been together a long time. Whenever she could spare her the time, Leliana would join her love at a villa on the Waking Sea, the house from Leliana's childhood. Ah, it's sad that we're going to lose so much of this stuff for Veilguard, honestly. Those days were deeply cherished, for both saw the troubles that were to come. It's good to know my heroes out there living a good life. Rook's dead. Not Rook. That's the next game. Hawk. With the Inquisition disbanded, Sarah joined the Inquisitor in officially retiring from scaring people in high places. Hawk's dead. It's quite sad, actually. By formal account and agreement, both would lead boring, safe lives, nowhere special, doing not much at all. Suspicious. And with that comforting lie, those in power continued their fragile lives as though all was back to normal. My character actually did go off with Sarah then, working in the shadows. That's cool. She asked us. Meanwhile, Red Jenny, an entirely separate person, not at all collectively embodied by Sarah, the Inquisitor, and countless friends. I didn't think she'd actually do it. Continue to make a difference, or just have fun, where and when the impulse struck. Lovely. With frequent visits to her widow, of course. To her what? What have I missed? Perhaps most unnerving was Sarah's standing offer to the Divine. I really wish I could skip through these. Can I? I'm scared to press skip. What if it skips the whole thing? When the knobs piss about with your left hand or right, call on Red Jenny to give them 2 fingers. I'm terrified that if I click skip, it's gonna mess with the whole thing. I don't think I'm willing to do it. It should be fine though. Varric returned to Kirkwall, where, as Viscount, he resumed his work rebuilding the damaged city infrastructure. Already looks displeased with the whole situation. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as the major trade hub of the Free Marches. That makes sense. Always think Varric would be strong on trade more than anything else. He continued to ignore all mail from the Merchants Guild and the Prince of Starkhaven. Good. Fucking Sebastian. Oh, God, I hate him. It was never clear if the Iron Bull knew he would be forced to turn upon the Inquisition, or if he was lying the entire time. Jesus. I wonder if there is a way out of that, or if it's always how it goes down. Regardless, after his death, Talvajov mercenaries across Orlane Ferelden were looked upon with suspicion. I'm not surprised. I feel bad for Crumb as well, and the rest of the gang. Those who remained in the south found their lives even harder as a result. It's quite sad, this one. I don't want to look at this anymore. After the Inquisition disbanded, Cullen retired from active service and took his doggo with him. He returned to Ferelden, establishing his sanctuary for former Templars on land Divine Victoria granted to him. With his help, many Templars shed their lyrium addiction, and those whose minds were too far gone spent their last days in comfort. It does feel very final, this game, in a way, doesn't it? The way that everyone's getting sort of a closing to their story. And he promised that, should his friends from the old Inquisition ever need him, his blade would be ready. Good lad. It's a big dog. Dorian returned to Devinter to take his father's place in the Magisterium. I'm expecting Dorian to be in the next game. I know we're going to Devinter and Veilguard, so I'm expecting Dorian to show up. Not sure on anyone else, but I expect Dorian to show up. As rumours flew about the Imperium's infighting, Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Well, Harding and Varric, I believe. Not sure anyone else. Those three. Be cool. I just want Merrill to come back, man. Along with Magister Maverus Tilani, he formed a group called the Lucerni to restore and redeem Tevinter, a fight many thought hopeless. After the Exalted Council, Tom Rainier bid farewell to his friends and went to Weishaupt Fortress to pledge himself to the Grey Wardens for good. That makes sense for him. Isn't Weishaupt... Well, he was rarely seen in the years that follow. Some say they encountered Rainier in far-flung lands, their accounts always similar. Was he a good egg? I bet he was a good egg. Rainier carried out the duty of the Wardens, but always found time to help others along the way. Of course he did. He's a good egg who did some terrible things. All can be redeemed. None of us are condemned. Sometimes he served as a shield for the defenseless, other times he spread simple cheer among children with gifts of small carved toys. Bless him. Bearing in mind, he did once murder children. So, with the Inquisition disbanded, Josephine made her farewells and returned to Antiva and her family. No, she can't abandon. No, my love, my beloved. Come bounce along rooftops with me. That makes sense for Josephine, right? Thanks to the Inquisitor's help, the Montiliers were once again permitted to trade in Orlais. Yeah, we did her mission a long time ago now. All feels like yonks ago, years ago at this rate. I suppose it was last year for me. The next few years were a busy time, as many ships with the Montilier crests were built and set sail again from Antiva's harbours. Soon, Riviani pirate captains with an ancient feud against Josephine's ancestors took to the seas, determined to rekindle the rivalry. Riviani? Apart from Josephine's sister Yvette, nearly eloping with a dashing pirate prince on one occasion, Lady Montilier took the development in stride. Get after it, Yvette, why not? That sounds like fun. Why not? No mention of our relationship, nope. Cole took to the road with Meriden to find a new life and a new way to be human. I wonder which of these we would play as like a side adventure. That would be interesting. Cole and Meriden together. Wherever Meriden went to sing, people found old pains eased and hearts made happier, even if they didn't understand why. That's Cole and his stupid hat working his magic. Who do we suddenly hear? After the events at the Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, as did elven servants across Thedas. It's like they've all been called somewhere. They know their return is nigh. None could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisitor's story about Fen'Harel wondered just how large the Dreadwolf's forces were. So what does Solus need to do to get what he wants? And what the ancient elven rebel had planned? I guess we don't know. He was going to use the orb. Well, it didn't work out. So how was he actually... He was going to tear open the Fade, right? Or tear down the Veil. So whatever the plan is, it's something to do with tearing down the Veil. Can I have like a fake hand, please?
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
With the Inquisition officially disbanded, we have no army, no formal alliances.
We have what we truly need.
We will need to be careful.
Solus knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work. our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will stop Solus by any means necessary.
That's interesting, because that is clearly setting up for Veilguard. Because Veilguard's in Tevinter, and it's to do with Solus, as far as I know. And, you know, the Inquisition is disbanded, so it kind of frees people up. I don't know if Leliana, for example, are going to be in the next game. I'm not sure about that, but it's very clearly set up. To all of you who played Dragon Age Inquisition, who laughed, cried, and reached out on social media, who made fan art and comics and cosplay and jokes, thank you. Dragon Age Inquisition was a labour of love. Without you, it would never have been possible. Your support and passion touched us deeply. We hope in some small way this game touched you as well. Bear your blade and raise it high. Aww. But yeah, I mean, it's Tevinter and it's Solus. It's completely 100% set up for Veilguard. Which makes sense, don't get me wrong, but then Veilguard took like 13, 14 years to come out afterwards. Like, Veilguard was way after this game. There was a huge gap between the two titles. It would have been interesting to know what would have happened if they'd been able to just carry on. Because Inquisition, I think, did really well. It won loads of Game of the Year awards and stuff like that. So it seems very strange that the series went on an over decade-long hiatus after this. BioWare, of course, would go on to release Mass Effect Andromeda, which didn't do very well, and then Anthem, which spectacularly failed. And now they've released Veilguard, which hasn't done very well. I haven't played the game, I'm not judging its quality, but it hasn't sold very well. So that's fairly damning. Now, the studio hasn't shut, but it has less than 100 people, and they're now working on Mass Effect 4, which is a return to the universe of the original trilogy. Maybe the return of Shepard and N7 and all that, who knows. I think if the next Mass Effect doesn't land spectacularly well, BioWare probably gets shuttered, which will be a shame because they've made some of my favourite games of all time. Mass Effect 2, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2. Where would Dragon Age Inquisition rank? I'm curious, actually. Let me think about that. I think it sounds blasphemous, but I think I preferred it to Dragon Age Origins. A lot of people hold up Origins as the best in the series, and I think it's got fantastic companions. And I like that it's more of a... It's a proper RPG. You know, it's a proper tactical RPG where you have to think and you have to plan things out and you've got tons of abilities and all this kind of jazz. And this is much more of an action RPG. If you put that aside, I think the story for this game... I think the side stories and the characters are better overall. There's a lot more of it, you know. I don't think Corypheus is a particularly good villain, but I don't think the Archdemon's a good villain as well. I think the Archdemon's a fairly terrible villain. It's just a dragon, for God's sake. It's just a mindless force. And sometimes that's okay, but it's not compelling. It's not complex or anything. I think Solus has the potential to be really interesting as a villain. I think Corypheus was pretty weak. I think Dragon Age 2 is my favourite game in the series still. I think Inquisition is probably a better game if you do less of the side stuff. I think if you went through this game and you didn't do... Like, we tracked down all the shards, for example. Right, and we tracked down all the shards, and we opened the doors, and we got a little bit of loot, and some stats. Did we get anything interesting? Did anything interesting happen from the, say, 3 to 4 hours I spent collecting shards? No. Did anything interesting happen from... any of that kind of side activity? I would suggest not really. It's filler. And I think the game suffers a lot for having it. And it is optional, but I'm the kind of person who likes collecting it for some reason. I think if I was replaying the game, and when other people are playing the game for the first time, I've got a friend who's playing through Dragon Age, I tell them, don't do everything. It'll bite you. But I grew very attached to the characters in this game. You spend a lot of time... You know, this is episode, I think, 83, if I remember correctly. So we spent 83 hours with these characters. I've grown very attached to the world. To Varric, Cassandra, Leliana, Josephine, Dorian, Blackwall, even Sarah to an extent. Was Iron Bull to an extent. Vivian, not so much. Solus, not so much. I think he's intriguing, but I didn't want him in my party. There's probably some others which I've forgotten, which is damning in its own right. Yeah, but I enjoyed it overall, and it's a series I really like. and I'm apprehensive about Veilguard, given the reaction. It's sitting on mixed on Steam, which is pretty bloody damning, I would suggest. But I also know it's suffered a lot from people who think it's woke and all that kind of nonsense, and I hate that kind of discourse and think it's perpetrated by twats, so I'm not worried about that aspect at the very least. Well, we'll go in with an open mind and we'll see. We will not, of course, be playing Veilguard straight away. Now, by the time you folks see this video, I suspect it's already started. My plan is to start playing Avowed, which is another RPG from Obsidian, who did Fallout New Vegas and The Outer Worlds and all this kind of jazz. And I'm quite looking forward to Avowed, so we're going to play that next. And I don't really want to play two big RPGs at once. That said, Avowed doesn't come out for me for 2 weeks yet, so I might start playing some Veilguard in the meantime, ready to upload down the line. We'll see what happens. Either way, thank you very much for joining me for this 83 episode. I think the third longest playthrough we've ever done behind Monster Hunter and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which got over 100. I can't remember how big Monster Hunter got. Either way, thank you for joining me for this epic adventure. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.